Hi again, it's me, A.G Puyat, the editor-at-large of Autobuyers.ph, and we're here in the Splendido Country Club in Batangas to flex the muscles of this Ford Mustang GT. Let's check it out. Okay, so we're here with a 2017 Ford Mustang GT. So this is the big baby. This is the one with the big V8 engine. This particular model carries on little changed from the model that debuted a couple of years ago. The V8 model, this is the top dog that we have locally because there's also a 4-cylinder turbo motor available, the EcoBoost powered model, and so that would be the entry level, and this would be your top of the line variant. First off, for this model is you gotta talk about the power. This thing is wow, it just blows you away. The moment you step on it, you hear the big angry V8 growling. There's 435 horsepower and a surplus of over 500 Newton meters of torque, and for everyday driving, that is more than you'll need. You gotta love how it looks. Ford really injected a lot of aggressiveness to the whole look of the car. From the front, it's really in your face, very, typical muscle car appeal. And you can notice that the fenders are really bulging. And over to the back, the lines are very chiseled. And again, the fenders are flared out, suggesting that this is a high performance car. The taillights also carry over from the previous Mustang in the sense that you have the vertical lines injected into them. The other nice features about the Ford Mustang are the performance-oriented tech that's loaded into the car. So if you see the buttons down here, you can access the different drive modes. You have normal for your street driving. And then you have your Super Sport if you just want to enjoy some fast winding roads. And of course, the most hardcore setting is track. So if you bring this baby to a racetrack, it'll disengage the stability control, and the shift points are all going to move upward. Car's going to be more aggressive. So you get to enjoy the car that much more. And I really dig the track apps. The track apps have features that allow you to time or measure braking, acceleration, and of course that line lock feature which lets you do some burnouts and smoke the rear tires with the Mustang. So let's talk about the downside of the car. Well, I feel the Mustang is a bit of a victim of its own success because this car has really stepped up in terms of handling. The chassis has been improved by virtue of the independent suspension that can be found on all four corners. When you begin to push it, you kind of look for a transmission that is smoother, smarter, a transmission that can be taken advantage of when you're pushing the car, because it has so much power and its handling has improved that a better shifting transmission will be all the more pleasing for the driver. I guess my second gripe for the Mustang would be, well, the prodigious use of plastic on the cabin. Don't get me wrong, the cabin doesn't feel cheap, but there's just a lot of black plastic around, which kind of takes away from the upscale feel of the car. And typically if it rains, you get a buildup of water in the back, and I think it would be very useful if Ford provided a rear wiper so that, you know, visibility is not compromised. Okay, so the final takeaway for the 2017 Ford Mustang GT. Well, considering the price of the car, which is slightly above 3 million pesos, you get so much car, so much performance, and a lot of, you know, looks that it just makes a very compelling case for buying a sports coupe. I mean, a lot of people won't opt to own a car like, well, a sports car, because they'd say it's not practical for everyday driving. But the Mustang has room for, well, 4 passengers. It's got generous luggage space, and it's got all the power you'll ever need. So my takeaway is the Mustang in its current form stays true to its muscle car heritage, but has bumped up a lot of the things we look for in everyday cars, like comfort, practicality, and day-to-day usability. So for people looking for a high-performance car that they can use every day, wow, look no further. This thing is a beast. So there you have it, guys, the 2017 Ford Mustang GT, Detroit muscle at its best. Catch us on our next episode. Visit us on our website, autobuyers.ph, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Instagram, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.